What's up, everyone? Dark Scream 217 here, and with me is a guest, Windsor 321.
Yo.
And today we're going to do a look at the Spring 2013 anime guide. I know spring just started this week, and it's been one hellacious winter, that's for sure. Even down here in the South, it still won't go away sometimes. But I know I skipped a few seasons, including this year's winter, which is what I never do. But I decided to take a look at this list because this one is the most interesting, and there are a few titles I'm interested in talking about. You got anything to say?
Oh, there is a few things I'm definitely hyped about this. A lot of stuff I wasn't expecting actually getting series. But ready to start?
Yep, and I believe you want to go first, so.
Yes, I do. Okay. Washimo by Studio Dean. What has happened to you? Washimo follows the grandmother model robot named Washimo who comes into the family of elementary school Hiyori. I'm assuming it's like a flash animation by the look of this picture, but
Yeah,
I don't know why, but I just find this very terrifying.
I don't know. It wasn't a lot for a description, so it doesn't look like anything that will grasp my interest right away, so.
It's probably one of those 3 minute animes
Mm.
that are just like shorts.
God,
Unless,
I'm really getting annoyed of that. By the way,
yeah, well, one of my favorite shows from last season was only 7 minutes long.
hmm.
Which,
All right, so definitely gonna give that one a pass. All right, I believe I got the next one. Nandeka Valonica, Cyclone Graphics, whatever. Nandeka Valonica revolves around Valonica, a high-handed and ultra-selfish little alien girl on the Galaxy Network who begins to cause havoc on Earth. After a quote-unquote fated encounter with an Earthling boy, Valonica wavers between a possible budding romance with a boy and her dedication to the arts. Looks like a kid's anime. Just from
yeah,
yeah, just from the image.
I also find it really hilarious considering what you're going to have to read shortly down the line here.
Oh boy. Uh,
Um, um, uh, I probably won't watch it.
yeah, same here. And I don't want to hang too long on shows I don't want to talk about or have interest in. So your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Sengoku Musou SP. A 1 hour special of Koei Sengoku Musou games covering the Sage of Buddha Castle. Only an hour special? Huh.
Uh,
It's kind of weird to see it like on this list. You assumed it'd be on the OVA section.
yeah. I believe that Samurai Warriors over here translated in the U.S. I actually never played a single Samurai Warriors game. Played a whole bunch of Dynasty Warriors, and I love that series, and I wish they made an OVA of that, but never once played the Samurai Warriors games.
I played it once, but I've never actually owned it.
Hmm.
I just bummed a copy one time because I was bored.
All right, I believe I got the next one, and it's Kiroro, aka Sergeant Frog, a new Flash anime of Sergeant Frog.
About an alien who lives with a
Yeah,
family.
alien who lives with the family, wants to take over Earth. He's stuck with a family with a pink-haired girl, kid, and a hot mom who's a mangaka. Um, I have seen a few episodes. I've read a few chapters of the manga. I do find it entertaining whenever I do check it out, but I never really been that very dedicated because I know it's a very long series, and I don't know if Funimation even licensed or even bothered to care about licensing the rest of the anime series. So I don't know. And it's a Flash anime. Ugh. Um, it probably won't look that good in quality, or it could be one of those 3 minute shows like you keep mentioning. So, um, this one for me hits the maybe section.
Mm, like if I'm bored enough, I might watch a few episodes, but I've never like sat through a full season of Sergeant Frog up until this point. I just watch like an episode now and again. Usually they don't seem to follow a coherent plot
No,
anyway,
they don't.
so it's not that big of a loss to just watch a random episode. But Sunrise hasn't let me down yet, considering Gundam Build Fighters is one of my favorite shows the last season.
Cool.
So, I might check out a few. Okay. Kijachi Shonen no Jinkinbo R. New TV series of Kandachi Shonen no Jinboku R. Takai Matsuno plays a high school boy named Hajime Kitadochi who usually seems dull, but
Uh,
but when there's a case, he demonstrates remarkable deductive skills inherited from his famous detective grandfather.
I think you botched those names up. I think the character's name is Taiki Matsuno, and the other guy's name is Hajime Kindaichi.
Well, it seems like this is a sequel to something.
Well,
So,
sequel to something I've never seen, so.
yeah. But it's Toei.
Hmm.
I usually trust them on most parts.
Mixed for me, so.
Same. I'm
Alright.
not big on detective shows.
Okay. Sounding pretty dull. Hopefully momentum picks up here. Next show, Brenneldeer in the Darkness from Studio Arms, the same people who brought you a bunch of etchy shit. Ryota Murakami cannot forget his female childhood friend who he let die in an accident. Ha! Feeling that he must fulfill their promise of proving the existence of aliens, he has continuously looked up the sky as a member of the astronomy club. One day, a girl named Neko Kuraha, who looks exactly like his childhood friend, appears as a transfer student. Plot twist, it probably is. It turns out that she is a magic user that has run away from a research lab.
Well, you know how they say in most cases the childhood friend loses. Well, this one lost really hard.
Oh, that was pretty dark for me to do a hot on that. So
Uh, but magic shows. There were plenty of them last season, but a lot of them I've either dropped or haven't bothered catching up to yet. I don't know. It seems like an interesting premise. I'll give it a 3 episode shot.
all right. Um, I guess I'll do the same. I mean, the studio behind them, they actually do make good animation, save for Master Martial Arts. But yeah, and they also done some non-edgy stuff too. I can't remember. I think they also made Elfen Lied. Not entirely sure, but I have to look into it. Also, careful with the breathing. I actually heard that.
Okay.
All right, that's what I heard. Anyway, your turn.
Okay, so this is one that's important to me. Makaku City Actors, an anime based on the Kangaro Project, a series of Vocaloid songs which has also spawned a series of light novels and manga. Kangaro Project revolves around a group called Makashushi Dan, who wield unusual eye-related powers. The series begins with Shintaro Kisaragi, a NEET who becomes involved in a robbery where he comes in contact with the Makakushi Dan. I am really hyped about this show because I have the origin of this comes from a soundtrack disc involving a bunch of songs that tell a linear story. It has gotten so popular, it's been spawning manga and light novels for the past few years, and it finally gets an anime adaptation by Shaft.
That's pretty good. I like Shaft.
So it was like the perfect combination of who I could have thought animated this because I know there's going to be plenty of head tilts, all the head tilts. And I'm also would like to just see some more songs added to this roster because it's a really good soundtrack, and I hope they incorporate the music since it's based off of music for one thing into the actual anime. So this is a definite watch for me. I have guaranteed myself I'm watching this until the end.
All right. The next show I have Kutsudaru, an anime inspired by Masafumi Goto's Illustrated Monster Guide. Not much. Don't care. I don't even know who Masafumi Goto is. Skip.
Yeah, it looks like a kids thing. So,
Yeah.
on topic of kids things, Pretty Rhythm All Star Selection.
By
New
Tatsunoko.
New Pretty Rhythm anime featuring main heroines from the past. Pretty Rhythm television anime series. The new heroine is training to become an idol, and the three previous idols will show her prism shows from the past to show her new ways to shine. I always like it whenever a show does callbacks to their original series as sort of a reference. That way, if people ever watch this one, they'll have an idea of what the past ones did.
Yeah, kind of like Gokaiger and stuff like that. I do like those shows too, so
Yep, so,
I don't know. I've never even heard
I'm
of
watching
Pretty Rhythm.
Precure. I'm watching Precure right now, so I'll give this show a shot.
All right, maybe. I mean, it's not Sunoco, so. All right, next show. Breakblade, a recompiled TV series of the six Breakblade films, which I've never heard of a single one of them, with previously unanimated scenes. Mecha designs look cool from this image, but again, I don't know shit.
It looks like I don't really have to have watched the previous ones to watch this one because it seems like it's just a compilation. So I guess if you want to check it out, then that's cool.
All right, your turn.
Okay, Fairy Tale, continuation of Fairy Tale. Yeah, I still have yet to watch Fairy Tale, despite it being on Netflix.
Saw the first episode a while back with Multifire. He and I didn't like it.
Mm.
I don't know.
I mean, if you like Fairy Tale, good on you. I heard it ended on a bunch of drama, like production wise. That's probably why it's been so long since it's had an episode. So, yay for Shonen Jump.
Actually, I don't think that's Shonen Jump. That's Shonen Ace, the same people who published Negima.
Uh, I
Yeah,
can't tell anymore because all the styles just sort of
yeah.
blending together. I know the guy who works on this show worked on Rave Masters, so
Mm.
that's something.
All right, next show. Nanana's Buried Treasure by A1 Pictures. A boy named Jugo was disowned by his father and forced to transfer to a high school on the quote unquote special student zone, an artificial island, which will probably fucking nuke. With only 40,000 yen a month to live on, that's $400 a month. Jugo chooses a low rent apartment that happens to be haunted by Nanana, a ghost who was once a beautiful, neat girl. Because those exist. Jugo and members of the school's adventure club join a treasure hunt royale on the island for the Nanana collection, a treasure that possesses a mysterious power. I don't know. It looks like they were gaining me, but then when I kept reading, they were losing me.
A beautiful meat.
Uh,
Well, you can tell this is a fantasy anime.
yeah,
Okay, I'll give it a 3 episode shot.
I guess I'll do the same sometime in the future. Because if I get around to it, I still have a backlog of anime, and I actually have some future reviews planned. So, all right, you said you were hyped for this show,
Okay, Ping Pong the Animation
also from
by
Tatsunoko.
Tatsunoko. Tsuki Makoto, nicknamed Smile, is a quiet high schooler who's been friend with the loud and energetic Hoshino Yukata, nicknamed Pico. They both in the table tennis club and are very good at it, though Smile's personality prevents him from winning against Pico. The club's teacher, however, notices Smile's talent and tries to make him gain some sportive um, tenacity. Okay, so it seems like these shows based on miscellaneous like sports, not the centralized ones like basketball. They already have their respective series. I was watching a show that's continuing on into this season called Yosuma Pedal, and that was about biking. But for some reason, they made it really interesting. And I have a feeling I'm going to watch this, and it's just going to be the most intense shit I've ever seen, and it's just going to be about ping pong.
Yeah, that
So
does sound exciting. I want to. I'll wait till your word. Until you give the word whether or not it's really good. But if you say it is as intense as you predicted, then I'm gonna give it a shot myself because that does look exciting. And ping pong, I played a few times. It's pretty fun.
ping pong's intense, man.
Yeah. All right. Next show. Oh boy, I've been wanting to talk about this one. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Stardust Crusaders by David Production. The third arc of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure follows Jotaro Kujo, grandson of Joseph Joestar, as he and his group companions travel to Egypt to seek out and destroy Dio Brando, the immortal vampire, once and for all. Stardust Crusaders marks the introduction of stands to the series. Um, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has like the most troubled story when it gets localized here in the States. But whenever it does, it's usually this and only this particular story arc. Probably because with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, everything's named after artists and musicians, and that probably is like a huge copyright issue with that. I mean, the character Dio named after Ronnie James Dio, as well as Marlon Brando. JoJo's a reference to a Beatles song. Um,
If it ever gets localized, Muhammad's just going to be a giant censor bar.
uh, oh God, I hope not, because he's actually one of my favorite characters. Um, but they like there was the Capcom video game. That was how I was first introduced to the series, and I do like how the stands work. In the series too, each one's got a special power. It did help inspire the Persona system in the franchise. Um, th- this is some people found better arcs along the way. I've heard part 4 and 5 are really good, but I was when I heard about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures localization, I was really more excited for part 3. I have seen all the Phantom Blood. I enjoyed it. I'm still in the middle of Battle Tendency, but even if I don't finish it, I'm just gonna skip and go straight into the third season because that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. I've also seen Amphish's a bridge series on it, and it's really hilarious, and it does give you a basic grasp on some of the plot, even though it's based off of the OVA, which made a shitload changes and cuts. But yeah, hopefully this one does stay closer to the manga. I haven't heard any complaints from JoJo fans saying that I deviate too much from it, so we might actually get to see characters like Alice and God, what was his name? Shaka in the series probably. Um, so yeah, this is probably the one I'm most excited for this season.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to play catch up and marathon all of JoJo just so I can watch this. I have like a week to do it. Well, I've done crazier things in shorter amounts of time.
Yeah, you told me.
Okay. Um,
Your turn.
Ishukan Friends by Brainspace. So if the show is good, it's definitely not getting a second season because that's the Brainbase curse. Kaori Fujimiya is always alone because of all her happy memories. What?
No, no, no.
Inc-
Keep reading.
yeah. Including time spent with her friends, disappear every Monday. Deciding that he wants to be friends with her anyway, Yuki Hase tries to get close to Kaori each week, wishing that she would one day call him a friend. So this is all my friends disappear?
Just so you know, I'm gonna get my ass kicked for saying this, but that just sounds like a bad case of the Mondays. Of course you're gonna have bad memories, man. That's when school starts. It sucks. Of course, all your happy memories go away over the weekend. That's what a combination of liquor and last minute homework does to you. I don't know
uh,
if it's depressing enough. I'll watch it.
it's 51st Dates, the anime.
Mm. Oh God.
But like, okay, I have a problem with Brainbase because they are notorious for never making sequels, despite the fact they can easily make them on shows that do really well.
Examples.
Um, my teenage rom com snafu was one of them. I know that might have like some material, but there are other ones like I'm trying to remember like the entire list. It was a big discussion on it back when everyone was watching the show I mentioned because it hasn't even gotten like any OVAs besides like one that came out right after the series ended. So that was pretty much just an episode in of itself.
All right.
Uh,
I may check it out if it really is as sad as it sounds, because I need some darkness to balance out the light. Okay, I guess the next show, speaking of brain base, Bokuro wa Mina Kawaiso. This show revolves around Usa Kazunari, a boy who is now living alone thanks to his parents' job transfer. Boo-hoo. However, his new Kawaiso apartment complex is filled with strange perverts, and yet Ritsu Kawai, a senpai he adores, also happens to live there.
well, that's definitely not getting a second season.
No, no shit. Well, I don't know. I got nothing else to say about it.
It seems like pretty standard in terms of those types of shows. Uh, okay, I'll only watch it if the internet says it's good after half the series is over. Usually that's what happens.
Good call.
Okay, let's see. Mahokua Koko no Rentos Use. Magic is a product of neither legends nor fairy tales. It has become a technology of reality for nearly a century. Shiba Tatsuya is an honor student without magic capability at First High School, a magic high school, along with his sister, who happens to be the top student among the freshmen. What will happen to him? How will he live his school life where he is one of the many reserves in the school looked down upon by the chosen magic school students? Hmm. I go to a school for magic, yet I don't have any decent magic capability.
Oh god, that sounds like Mabarajo when you say it like that.
That's exactly what I was thinking. But it's made by Madhouse.
Madhouse.
Madhouse. And it's a light novel, apparently.
Yeah, I heard this is one of the anime that's hyped up the most for people. Can't say that I can't blame them. Other than being based off of light novels, which they've been doing very well recently. Also, Studio Madhouse, who are just getting off of Attack on Titan. Um, well, they were good studio before that, but people are going to pay attention to them more because of that show's popularity. And it does look like a show I could be interested in, maybe if they improve the character upon a little, which
Look,
they might, because I don't know how long this series is. So,
like I don't know. Look at that look of determination the main character clearly has in this picture here.
oh yes, he
It's
looks
like
so bored.
he's like, this is my I'm going to wreck shit face.
Yeah, that's such an awesome game face.
I will give it the 3 episode test.
Same here. Next show,
Okay.
Black
Black
Bullet.
Bullet.
It's my turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did read that. Duh. Okay.
Black Bullet takes place in a near future where humans have been defeated by the viral parasites named Gastrea. They've been exiled into a small territory and live in despair, side by side with terror. Rantaro and his partner Anju fight thanks to peculiar powers until one day they receive a special assignment from the government. This top secret mission is to prevent the destruction of Tokyo. You know what I love about anime with invasion arcs or something like that, or hell, just media in general. It's always some signature city. Like for some reason, it's either London, England, Tokyo, Japan, or fucking New York, New York.
Yeah. I've been watching Nobunaga, and and those have battles taking place over all over the world. And what did they pick for America to be? To be a place that will be destroyed by like water-based uh enemies? Florida.
Shit. I don't know. If I have the time, I'll give it the one episode rule. Like I said, I have a huge backlog of. I should be watching anime, not fucking talking about it. All right. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. So let's see here. Haikuyu. Production IG. Okay. Shoujo Hitana. began playing volleyball after seeing the Small Giants when he was in elementary school. He suffers a crushing defeat from his first and last tournament in middle school at the hands of his rival Tobio Kageyama. So Hitana joins Karushu High School's volleyball team, vowing revenge against Kageyama. However, Kageyama is also on the Kashiruno's team. The former rivals form a legendary combo with uh, Hinata's mobility and Kageyama's precision ball handling.
I'll give them credit. At least they're doing anime on other sports that isn't football, baseball, soccer, which is also known as football, and did I say baseball already?
Yeah, wait, let's say this now. Kageyama,
Well, I'll give.
you're my friend, but also my greatest rival.
um. So yeah, if you're into volleyball, this anime could be right up your alley. I'm waiting for them to make a goddamn anime about bowling. If they
It it
haven't made
it
one already,
it will happen
I
one
hope
way or
so.
another because they can hype up bowling. Like, because the thing I've learned about anime, they can hype up anything at this point. I've watched shows thinking I would be bored as hell because it's sports, but yet they made it really entertaining because of their over explanations to everything.
I don't know. Bamboo Blade didn't have a whole bunch of over explanations, and that was still a hyped up anime. Um, but yeah, sometimes I hate when they do that too because they always do it in the middle of an action sequence. You get really excited, all of a sudden they take a break to talk about shit. And I'm like, dude, we'll talk about it later. I just want to see this in action. But dude, like I said, I just want an anime about bowling. It's the only sport I give a damn about. Okay.
You will learn all the throwing techniques and you will become a master bowler.
Market zero. Anyways,
I don't know about volleyball. Ping pong, I can get behind. Volleyball is kind of standard to me, so
looks
I
pretty
will just
shonen.
I will just watch it on whether or not I hear it's good from people who don't like sports, because sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I know a way you could get people to watch an anime about volleyball. Have it where cast of female characters and play up the itchy bits because for some reason they'll do that whenever there's a group of female characters nowadays, which is kind of irritating. But anyways, next thing, this is everyone's interest, of course. Dragon Ball Kai: The Majin Buu Saga, reimagined version of the Buu Saga that adheres more to the manga's story. This version includes newly recorded dialogue by original voice actors, new sound effects, new opening ending sequence, and brand new HD video transfer, just like the previous Kai series. Now, my thoughts on Kai. Um, I love it. It made me interested in Dragon Ball once again. They cut everything's paced more evenly. There's not a whole bunch of filler. Um, really love the hell out of it. The Majin Buu saga, I didn't like originally. When I watched it back on Toonami. I just didn't like the villain. I didn't like the villain Boo himself. He was a giant fucking man child, and like the build up to the Boo saga. Like I like the tournament and some of the things with Videl and all that stuff. But once that villain showed up, it just slowly dissolved in quality for me.
But look at it this way: in HD, you can see all the folds in Boo's belly.
Oh god, that's fucked up. But
uh,
I actually heard that of all the story arcs that need a Kai version, I heard Boo needs it the most, so I'm gonna check it out.
yeah, I watched all of the original Majin Buu arc, and it had a lot of unnecessary bits to it, to the point where it almost got infuriating.
Yeah.
Well, it was not almost, but like almost by Dragon Ball Z standards.
Mm. All right, your turn.
Okay. Kanojo ga flagwo oratara. By the hoods. Standing at the crossroads of life, the important choices, flags. Oh, I know what this show is. Hatache Sho, a young man who has seen these flags, transferred to Hataga School, a prestigious school in the metropolitan area. Not only does he meet beautiful girls in his busy school life, he even goes as far as living with them under the same roof, surrounded by these flags. This inevitable romantic comedy begins.
Oh, you've been surrounded by women in your school life.
No,
So is every
no,
other.
no, no, think about this. He's surrounded by flags. Flags.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that a term used for dating sims?
Yes. So I'm going to wait till the inevitable last episode where there's a chance to get a death flag raised, and he's going to be afraid for his life. What's worse than a death flag? Seeing your own death flag.
I'm gonna go off topic again, but I actually heard there's a visual novel that's gonna come out. Um, you know what yandere is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently there's a visual novel where all three of the female characters are fucking psychotic yanderes. Uh, it sounds really interesting. I just want to check out just to see how many wrong choices can I make till I die. Two
My
record.
my little serial killer can't be this stabby.
All right, next show, Data Live 2, second season of Data Live. I didn't see the first Data Live. I don't
I
care.
dropped Day Day Live.
Okay, I want to hear why you dropped it.
I could never get past the first episode. Like the concept was about this dude having to deal with women getting sent from space or something like that, and he had to date them in order to save the world or some shit like that. And I saw gifs of it from it later, and one of my friends watches it, but he's like special in that sort of way. So
Is this the same guy that liked Green Green?
no,
Okay,
different one.
okay.
He it's like he's like I like Day Day Live. It was very simplistic, and I'm like, yeah, but Day Day Live is just a carbon copy of about 1,000 other things I've seen before.
Hmm.
It never really brought anything new to the table, so I'm not watching it. I couldn't sit through the first one. Um, okay, time to do this one, right?
Your turn.
Gochuman White Usagi Desuka by White Fox. Coco arrives at Cafe Rabbit House one day, excited for rabbits. She actually she actually all but lives in that cafe. She meets lots of different girls there, including a tiny and cool girl named Chino, a tough and soldierous girl named Liz,
It'll
a
probably pronounce
spacey
Lise.
a spacey and quintessentially Japanese girl named Chio, and the ordinary but dignified Sharo.
Wow,
Let's
I'm
see.
so on the
You
edge of my
have
seat.
you have the short girl that all the needs like. You have the tough soldieress girl that all the that all the what's the word?
Who
Whatever.
cares? This anime just sounds so fucking generic, and I hate to use
Yeah.
that word. Let's not talk about it for long, okay?
Okay.
Ugh,
So here you go, something that looks interesting.
but it's not really. Okay. Next show, Captain Earth, which has no relation to Captain Planet, so don't even do those jokes.
I was disappointed in that actually.
One night before summer vacation, Daiji Manatsu sees a strange round rainbow floating in the sky above Seed Island and ventures there alone. With the memories of his father's mysterious death and an encounter of a mysterious boy and girl, Daiji arrives on the island while the alarm of a building labeled Earth Engine is going off. Someone asks him, "Are you a captain?" Just as robotic intruders from Uranus called Kid Gang arrive. The battle around the shining stars is about to begin.
I found so many jokes in that description. It's not funny.
Rainbows in Uranus. Go have at it.
uh, robotic intruders from Uranus. I gotta pick the low hanging fruit on that.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the sci-fi. Well, actually, I did like Angelic Layer, but I'm just don't care much about the other stuff Bones makes.
Yeah. we gotta step ourselves up for something else later that's related to Bones. If Bones is even doing it, I don't even know anymore.
All right.
We'll see what I mean later. But before that, time to start a trend here.
Oh boy.
Monster Risuden Orca Battle, an anime adaptation of Konami's arcade game Monster Risuden Orca Battle. Card game. Ding. Next. It's too many card game shows already, and it's
All
just
right.
going to get worse later down this line.
All right. Hitsugi no Chaika, also from Bones. Okay, this one actually looks a little more interesting. What's the plot? Get it? Turn me off. Toru Akio is a 20-year-old retired soldier meandering through life now that war has ended. He encounters Chaika Trabant, a 14-year-old sorceress carrying a coffin, and follows her in hopes of finding the meaning to his life again.
War! War never changes, except when
War.
magic happens.
uh, yeah, it lost me. It lost me.
This wasn't detailed enough. I mean, stylish looking character and all, but that's that.
All right, your turn.
Okay, Kinzen Robo Diamond Alder. Kinzen Robo Diamond Alder revolves around a high school boy named Koichi Madanbashi who has high Ero particles. Clever. The power source to operate the robotic weapon Diamond Alder, which he obtains by groping
God damn it! I
girls.
was really hoping it's just a coincidence.
with the help
Oh.
with the help of Koyoko Sonen from the mysterious Prince Beauty Parlor organization, he stands up against the Penguin Empire that troubles humanity. Curse you, Pingu! I always knew you'd try to take over the world with your newt newts of evil.
dude, dude, there better be a lot of penguins in that fucking anime.
I think I'm just going to give it the 3 episode treatment on the point is I hope it's ironic.
Same
If
here.
the entire show is making fun of this concept. But if it takes it seriously, I don't know if I'll be able to watch.
Yeah, I know. Same
I've
here.
got to
But
save the world.
from
Squish, squish.
penguins, and you gotta grope girls. I wonder if groping different ones give the mech he's piloting special abilities at this point.
Yeah.
All right, the studio is TNK. I may have seen some of their work, but that name doesn't ring a bell to me, so I have to look them up to see if they're familiar with this kind of stuff. All right, next show. Fu Nishidan Shogun. In the late Edo period, I should play a drinking game to every anime I hear that takes place during the Edo period. Japan
Take
and
2 drinks if it's about Nobunaga.
yeah, Japan had experienced an unprecedented crisis by Kurofune, black ships, the ships from foreign countries. But a giant robot called Onigami, yeah, which has existed since ancient time, dispelled the Kurofune ships and the exclusion of foreigners was accomplished. The story begins in Japan where Meiji Restoration in 1868 didn't happen. The tagline says, I could be the greatest man in the world because I am a virgin.
I am a wizard.
Yeah, you should have kept that tagline a secret.
Yeah. I mean, clearly it's about a 30-year-old dude who has attained wizard status and is now going on destroying the world.
No, no, give it a pass, give it a pass.
Yeah, it's like so many endo. Not even the fact of that tagline, but the fact that it's endo period. You get burnt out on that after a while. Any hoozles, let's try something else by Madhouse. No game, no life. No game, no life centers around Sora and Shiro, siblings whose reputations as brilliant, neat hikikomori gamers have spawned urban legends all over the internet.
All right, you got me, you
One
got me. Don't lose me.
one day they are summoned by a boy named God to an alternate world.
Fuck.
There, God has prohibited war and declared this to be a world where everything is decided by video games, even national borders. Humanity has been driven back into one remaining city because, as we all know, we suck at video games. By the other races, will Sora and Shiro become saviors of humanity of this alternate world?
The city they've been driven back in, is it bordered by giant ass walls to keep 500-foot tall monsters away from the place?
I don't know, but clearly the console wars has been a trying time for this world.
I don't know, man. This sounds stupid, but it could also be really good. So 3 episode chance.
Yeah, I was gonna do that too. It just the title was like, I'll give you a chance.
All right. Here we go. Next,
Ding.
Dragon Collection, an anime adaptation of Konami's card game. Wait a second.
Yeah, you noticed it yet?
What the fuck, Konami?
Keep going.
An anime adaptation of Konami's card game, Konami describes Dragon Collection as, quote, a card collection game of mythological monsters and epic adventure. Unlock the sealed dragons to save the world. Oh, that's so unique, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And probably Cardfight Vanguard.
Speaking of, Card Fight Vanguard.
You know, at least Cardfight Vanguard actually had a Pop Idols special collection deck. How do I know this? My friend's store that he runs actually has Cardfight Vanguard, and apparently people play it just as much as they play Yu-Gi-Oh over there.
The problem is the meta for Card Fight Vanguard's terrible. It's just being dominated by two decks.
Uh,
But yeah, Card Fight Vanguard, Legion Maytan, fourth season of Card Fight Vanguard. I
pass.
guess I guess Konami felt like the looming threat of Bushiroad coming upon them
What the?
after localizing Way Schwartz and Future Card Buddy Fight. Konami was like, we also need to make that many card game related television shows. And now we are here.
Well, it can't be worse. Next anime. Yeah!
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, a new Yu-Gi-Oh! TV anime. Uh,
It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. Card games on, wait for it, hippopotamuses.
what?
Yes, the new thing with this Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the fact that dueling is a form of, like, circus performance where the duelists ride on their duel monsters while they fight, and his standard monster is a hippo with a top hat and an arbok with a bow tie. So his deck is circus themed, and he rides around on a hippo in the trailer. So card games on hippos. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I have to know this.
Well, yeah, of course. Obviously a pass.
I'll watch it because I have to.
All right, your turn.
Okay. Baby Steps. By period. Baby Steps follows Inkchan, a punctual and earnest boy who has strived for straight A's since elementary school. He began going to a tennis school during high school. There, he meets Natsu, a beautiful, earnest girl who only has passion for tennis.
They already made a
It's
tennis
like,
anime.
yeah, it's called Prince of Tennis.
Yeah.
So I really don't see any interest in this because there is no way it can live up to Prince of Tennis.
Yeah, I don't care much about tennis, so.
And it's a pass for me.
All right.
I got ping pong to satisfy that need.
Same here. Next show, Magical Wars by Gynax. Oh, how have they fallen since some of their major players left?
C3 Boo is good though,
All right.
to some extent.
Mahou Shoujo Taisen is a project created from a variety show for the Otaku 2.5 Dimension TV. The characters are the Mahou Shoujo that represent each local town in Japan. The characters that won from the second illustration competitions that held on Pixiv will appear in the anime. No other descriptions other than that.
Maduka had a hard life.
Until one day, he sees a magical talking hippopotamus.
And he was like, do you want to play a card game?
Thus he became a magical girl. All right. Anyways, I don't give a shit.
Uh, I mean, I'll give it a shot only because I just want to see what Gynax is capable of now that they're just a shell of their former self.
Yeah.
C3 Boo wasn't bad, but it was cute. It was cute girls with airsoft guns. You can't go wrong with that until they pulled the whole Anakin Skywalker bullshit.
What?
Oh, yeah, they had one of the characters go rogue and independent because they couldn't take the happy-go-lucky times, and they had to get more powerful instead.
Uh, all right, your turn.
Ah, okay. Blade and Soul, Gonzo, an adaptation of the Korean MMORPG. I'm interested in this only because as Americans we aren't allowed to play this game because my Asian countries only. And my friend loves this MMO despite the fact he can't play it. So I guess this is the closest thing we'll ever get to enjoying this thing.
Huh. All right, next show, Love Live season 2. Second season of Love Live or Love Live. I don't know. I don't care. Next show.
Yeah, same. Knights of Sinonia
Sidonia.
by Polygon. It's been 1,000 years since the god, a strange alien race with no known method of communication, destroyed the solar system. Well, a portion of humanity managed to escape using enormous seed ships. Well, that's going to come back to bite me later. In the Sidonia, which have allowed them to maintain a population while drifting through space. Nagitaka, a young man who has raised deep in the bowels
You
of
didn't
the
even
ship,
try on that name. It's Nagate Tanakase.
because it's like a young man who has been raised deep in the bowels of the ship. Nagate is entrusted with piloting the legendary unit known as Sugusumori.
Sugumori. So they an alien race with no method of communication, which is very unusual, doesn't make any sense. Destroys the solar system. Probably they should have brought a couple humpback whales to talk to it. I don't know. This anime doesn't look like some like I'm in like I'm on my tippy toes to check out.
I'm just going to watch it if people say it's good later. I mean, if I wanted to watch a show with this similar plot, I'd just wait for season 2 of Gargantia.
Hmm. Let's see. Next show, Akuma no Riddle. Akuma no Riddle is set at Myojo Academy, a private girls' boarding school. The 10th year's Kurogami class has 12 assassins with their sights on one target, Haru Ichinose. Tokaku Azuma is a recent transfer student who is also targeting Ichinose, but she gradually develops feelings for her. So, Yuri and murder?
Sounds like fun.
Sounds like fun. I hope it gets pretty brutal. I don't know. I'm having a bizarre dark kick. I need to watch another. I need to get that shit on Blu-ray and watch that shit.
Yeah, gotta love Final Destination, the anime.
Well, to be honest, I do like the Final Destination movies because they're just so hilarious on how they die.
Like, I've seen a bit of another, and I found it hilarious.
Then I'll probably enjoy it. So Akuma no Riddle, one episode rule.
Yeah, same.
All right.
Okay. Mangaka San to Assistant San to by Zix. A life description about mangaka Aito Yuki and his assistant Ashina Sato.
So,
I,
I'm not even gonna
Akito,
correct you on that
yeah,
one. I'm starting to get obnoxious with
Chat
that.
Shahato, yeah, whatever. Akito doesn't understand the feelings of the characters in his story, so he asked Ashisu to help him. Ashisu would do anything for work. She will even let him touch her breasts so he will know what it feels like.
Face palm.
Ugh. The habits, the pervert. Can we understand them? That is the comedy of Manika life.
First off, it's pronounced fuck you racist idiot. Did she really say it that way? Oh my god. I
Like
would
I know what it says. Like I know how to say it, but I honestly can't take. I see. When I saw this, I'm like, oh, I think this is going to be a nice slice of life about being manga like writer and designer, and everything is be nice and happy like Bakuman, right? No, no, it's not. We get this. Just so you know, most people who make mangas probably don't even have time to touch a woman, much less anything else.
Uh,
So
so when you were trying to finish up that sentence, what drove you to say what you said? It's mangaka. How did you screw that up?
at this point, I sort of just lost it after getting to this last half of the
Okay.
description.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is a show that also had my interest up until that part. I'm like, um, uh, I just, God, why is it everything that pulls me in decides to go lowbrow perverted on me? Oh, look, we have an anime about all women's pro wrestling. Sweet. There's a lot of fan service and etchy that seems to be the focus of it. Oh, and when the girl gets hit in submission mode, she screams like she's being raped. Okay, you lost me. A show about artists. Cool. Wearing fucking stereotypical fetish costumes. What the fuck? Every fucking time there's a concept that really would grab me in, and I would watch this anime on a religious level, and then they fucking shove me off a cliff. All right, I'm going overboard. I gotta draw a line here, but no,
Wait,
I don't know. I guess I'll give it one episode rule, but if it's just as bad as it sounds, then I'm gonna drop it.
what? If you're interested in this, watch Bakuman instead. It deserves more love.
I agree. I'm reading the manga right now, but I really wish Viz or someone else would rescue the license from Media Blasters because they are officially a shadow of their former selves.
Yeah, yes, they are.
All right, I think I have the next show. Lead. Oh, just Lady Jewel Pet. The sixth Jewel Pet series centers around Monona, a girl who is attending a wedding ceremony of her big brother whom she adores. However, she is whisked away by a cute rabbit-shaped jewel pet Ruby, and before she knows it, she is in a jewel palace where potential candidates to become a lady have gathered. Momona was selected by Ruby as the best female Lady Jewel candidate for the Queen of Jewel Land. Well, at least you're going for Queen and not Princess, so that's new.
I'm pretty sure Jewel Pet is like a really big franchise to children or something
Yeah,
in
I know. So
Japan.
I'm not going to take an interest in it. So,
So yeah, it's a pass for me.
all right.
Up next, Puchimasu. Second season of Puchimas, which you need to finish.
Yeah, I do. I haven't been watching Idolmaster, but for some reason I've been watching this spinoff that they're making, which makes me laugh whenever I see it. Uh,
Like, I like this show. It came out once a day too. That was the thing that was nice about it. It may have been like a 5 minute show, but at least we got it like once a week. So when you add them up one day a week, so when you add them up all together, like five minutes, you pretty much got an entire show, just like spread across. So yeah,
so
Puchimas is fun,
yeah, when
just fun.
Funimation was uploading it on their YouTube channel, they would upload an episode a day, and I would try to catch it every morning. So, yeah, it's
But
pretty
then they
fun.
stopped doing it, and you had to watch it on Hulu or
Yeah,
whatever, which had nothing but advertisements, which just prolonged the length.
well, it doesn't make any sense. Again, this is one of those 5 minute comedy shows too, so it's one of the few comedy shows that I decided to be lenient on because it, like I said, was pretty much a little entertaining for me. So, all right, next show, GJ. How the fuck are you supposed to say Gishbuat? I don't know. GJBU at a TV airing special. It's the spring break immediately after Mal and the others graduate. It is the season of cherry blossoms, and a new school term will soon begin. One day, Kiyoya is suddenly stuffed into a bag. Where he is let out, the scenery he sees around him is that of New York. Except the room looks exactly like the GJ Club's room. What?
I think
Somebody
this is
smuggled him.
just
Somebody smuggled him into New York.
man. Well, that stuff wouldn't have gotten past Canada.
No, I
It's
don't
easy.
know.
It's easy to smuggle stuff into America. It's a lot harder to smuggle stuff into Canada.
Hey, you gotta get yourself a passport there, buddy.
Uh,
I don't know.
it looks like it's a special, so it's probably only have like one episode to it. I mean, it seems like something that's already out. I don't feel the need to watch it, but I get the bat part. It looks like she's holding a bat. No, she's holding the American flag. Oh,
Oh,
oh.
oh, yeah, exactly.
I
Oh,
get it now. Um, okay. I'll only watch it if it makes fun of America that hard.
same here. And if they get this shit right, I mean, Miami Guns got one thing right, but everything else was. Well, they got a few things right, but yeah, I want them to be ruthless. I want them to piss off Americans and have this show being labeled as quote unquote racist.
It's the only way for this to work.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree.
Soul Eater not. Well, here we go.
By Bones.
By Bones, which is weird for a reason I will specify in a second. A spinoff of Soul Eater. Sugumi Harudori is a halberd and a new student at Death Weapon Meister Academy. She is part of the Not class and is there to learn how to control her powers, not to fight or become a Death Scythe. Sugumi must learn about and adapt to the quirks of DWMA as well as select a Meister. They moified Soul Eater with this. You know how it used to have that rigorous, like, sort of style to it?
Yeah,
Now,
I
like,
noticed the art style doesn't look fucking anything like. I thought at least in the manga it kind of looked like didn't the manga artwork of Soul Eater not look closer to the manga of the original series?
yes, it did. But, like, as soon as I saw the trailer for this came out, like, yesterday, and I watched it, and they shown Maka, and she has, like, the Ugu face.
Oh my god.
And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, they moified Soul Eater. There was no reason to.
No,
I mean,
it had its own unique art style to it. Like I watched a few episodes of Soul Eater. I didn't like it. However, you said that the manga was better. I'm willing to give that a shot. So,
like Soul Eater Night is just slice of
but
life.
I did in fact, I do in fact appreciate and kind of like the art style to it at least.
But like they're trying to go for a more cutesy route with this one, since
Oh
the main
god.
characters are just the three girls. The other two, besides black hair, are the she is the weapon, and those two are the meisters, and those two will fight over her as to who gets to use her. So I guess in a way it like is heavily implied, Yuri. I don't know
Did
because
you like the manga Soul Eater or not, or is it just your friend?
from what I've seen, it was pretty all right for a slice of life. Nothing really happens, and I just sort of stopped reading it for a while. And once you
Ah.
stop reading something, it's near impossible to pick it up again.
Well, I have a prediction this won't be as popular as the original Soul Eater, so if it becomes more popular, the hardcore fans might get pissed. But yeah, that's pretty sad too, because I'm looking at the image right here. I'm like, that does not look like Soul Eater at all.
Yeah,
And
like not is
you gotta show me what the fuck Maka looks like in that show now. I gotta see if they
I
really did fuck it up as bad as you
I
said it did.
I will show you the trailer after this. Essentially, not is all the people who aren't good enough to actually fight
Lame.
get put in a not academy, which is to train them to be able to be competent enough to fight. And then it's like it takes place at the same time Soul Eater does. So both stories are going on a line, so they probably crisscross at some point. So it might get more like into it later, but I haven't got that far in the manga, so it might be good. I'll watch it because it's Soul Eater, but only because it's Soul Eater.
All right. Next show, Kiniro no Korda Blue Sky. That show I just said follows a girl named Kanede and her relationships with the orchestra members and the other boys at her school.
Yay, reverse harem.
Yeah, well, who cares? Well, maybe some of the women do. Whatever. It's their cup of tea. They can watch it. I'll give it a
Uh,
pass. I don't care.
yeah, I
Let's
cannot.
hurry up and fast forward. It's been almost an hour.
Okay. Selector infected Wixos. Hopes, desire, greed. Girls with each of these feelings in their hearts are being swallowed into the vortex of a dangerous game.
I actually like looked into it more just to see if it's as dangerous as it says it is, and so far I'm seeing nothing. The ball is not in their hands, is what I'm basically saying. The
Hmm.
ball is not in their hands. They're never gonna get it. Who cares? I'm dropping it.
And didn't really like pull me in either. I only watch it if someone changes my mind later.
All right, next show, Mushishi Zoku Show, second season. Mushishi. I haven't actually finished watching Mushishi, nor did I really care enough to do so.
I mean, I never watched
I'm actually
Mushishi
surprised
either.
it gets a second season. I thought that show should be over 5 years old at this point.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Let's see. Soredemo Sekai wa Utsikushi by period. Nike is a princess of the Rake Dukum with the ability to control rainfall. She is forced to marry the king of the Sun Kingdom, Liverus, Liverus I, a boy younger than she is. Liverus abruptly asks Nike to call forth the rain, and when she refuses, he has her thrown in jail. Well, the story follows the two who, while at first are a married couple only in name, gradually begin to establish an emotional bond with another. And nothing
Uh,
says establishing a bond like throwing her into the jail.
yeah. Uh, yeah, I heard Stockholm Syndrome is pretty good this season.
Well, last season was the year of Yuri, so I guess they have to reverse that this season.
All right, next show, Inugami-san to Nekoyama-san. As long as it's not a mangaka-san to assistant-san or anything close to that. Nakayama Suzo is a timid, shy tsundere girl who loves dogs, and Inugami Acho is a super masochistic, airheaded. Those two don't sound really that meshed together. Friendly girl who loves cats. One day, after a fateful meeting, the two find themselves attracted to each other. In response to Inugami's instinctive approaches, Nakayama is always bashful. Their friend Aki has to work hard to make jabs at some of the situations the two also to stop Inugami from going berserk. Yawn.
Year of Yuri keeps continuing on.
Yeah, I guess you were wrong about that.
Don't worry, girls, Free Season 2 is coming out in summer.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Free I actually watched Free and enjoyed it. It kind of wasn't as bad as I originally thought it was going to be. Okay. Uh, I know one of my friends is going to watch this because he'll watch anything with the term Yuri attached to it. So I'll see what he says, and judging by that, I'll watch this or not. Let's see. Aetiler Ista and Logi, Alchemist of the Dusk Sky. It's based off of a game. It takes place in a town called Corset, where a development project is underway. Because of the end of the dusk, the people of the land have rediscovered the lost art of alchemy. Logi, an alchemist who left his old life due to certain circumstances, and Isha, a young alchemist who lives in Corset, are both assigned to the same development team and together to promise to make full use of alchemy to help the development project. It's a show about alchemists that isn't Full Metal Alchemists,
Hmm.
so it might be a more interesting take on the alchemy
Concept.
concept. Yeah,
Uh, I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know. I just don't know. Uh, next
I'll give
show.
it an episode.
All right. Next show. Futsu no Joshi Kosei ga Lokoto Yatabita. High school girl Nanako became her town's local idol at the request of her uncle. She and her upper that doesn't sound right. She and her upperclassman Yuriko, a girl who seems perfect but ends up being airheaded, both become idols of their provincial area. They get interviewed by the town's shopping center, go to television, low budget cable, and hold concerts on the roof of the department store. The girls' salaries come from the town's taxes.
The taxpayer money is strong. You pay for girls to sing on top of department stores because because the last thing the police need are them. We need more idols. Uh, I don't know. It doesn't
I'm
seem
face
that
palming.
interesting.
Just so you know, I was face palming at the moment. So, gonna pass? Obviously.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay, brains base again. And it's by a game, so at least this might actually have an ending. Kamigami no Asobi. The story revolves around Kusanagi Yui, who is ordered by Zeus, a god and headmaster of the school he created, to teach the meaning of love to young and handsome gods. The reason he has for doing this is to cancel the negative effects of the weakening bond between the world of the divine and the world of the humans.
Wait,
I
what?
see one girl and like one, two, three, four, five, six guys.
Yeah, reverse harem. Isn't Zeus a dick though?
Yes.
And how he was actually portrayed in other myths of that hated humans.
So I have a feeling he just might be a giant troll involving this.
Oh,
I
that'd
don't
be a
know.
hilarious twist. I don't know about this show. It sounds like another reverse harem that women could probably get into. So, power to them.
I will just, leave this one to the internet.
Next show, Sadan Desu by Gynax. Oh, remember when Gynax had shows like Evangelion, freaking Gunbuster, goddamn, Fully Cooley.
Yeah. Now, hi Trigger. We like you guys.
Yeah, Trigger, we like you guys. You basically do everything I ask. Sanandesu. The story revolves around Koime, who enters a private high school. Yay. She hears from her friend Sensuka that if she enters the tea ceremony club, oh, how exciting. She can eat snacks. Oh, that's a good motivation. They bring along their classmates Mikaru and Momoji to join their club with her. The president of the club is in 11th grade Ayami. I don't care.
This is K. This is K-On! Without the music. The end.
That's even worse. At least when they
The,
were pulling out music, it didn't sound bad at all. So,
yeah, we don't even get like music from this show.
you don't get
So
anything.
it just seems like it's nothing of interest. But who knows? Maybe this entire description is a ruse, and I'll be wrong later. If anything like that happens, I might give the show a shot.
All right.
Um,
Guess what?
okay.
Your turn. And
Majin Bone by Toei. Toei, I like you guys, but this thing here is just really bad timed. An anime adaptation of Majin Bone, a digital card game project. Ding! 5 for 5. We have 5 card game shows this season. All the card
Yu-Gi-Oh,
games. Are
Dragon
you bored?
something. Oh.
Do you need to spend money on pieces of cardboard? Well, you have an array of options now. At least this is a digital card game.
Yeah.
That means you don't even have to worry about keeping the paper safe somewhere.
Yeah. However, they'll probably still overcharge digitally for, because that's how free to play works now. Uh,
Yep. Uh, I don't expect myself to watch it, but who knows at this point? It's Toei.
all right. Next show. Okay.
Yeah.
Disc Wars Avengers, and yes, it's those Avengers. The story will revolve around how the Avengers, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and the Hulk, together with the help of Spider Man and a group of teens, will harness their respective fighting skills and superhuman powers to foil Loki's scheme and to take over the world. I don't know. I just don't know.
Toei.
I mean, first off, I'm taking a look at Captain America, and it looks like his costume from the first movie, but it's way too fucking armored. But I don't.
Look at that team of crazy kids in the background.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna be more. They're gonna be more focused on than the fucking Avengers. That's gonna be a problem. So You know, because God forbid I want to see a show, an anime about the Avengers with, fucking Tony Stark and Bruce Banner and Peter Parker. No, I just want to see a bunch of fucking kids. It's Transformers, Michael Bay all over again.
I mean,
It's gonna get shat on, and the comic book elitists who are also anime haters are gonna stick their nose up at this. So whatever.
yeah, I'll leave this one to the internet as well.
You've been putting a lot of bank onto the internet recently.
Well, it's because if they say something in general, I will at least look into it to see if they're right. But if I see enough hype of a show, I'll watch it. That's pretty much it.
All right, the last show we're gonna end on such a strong note.
Really, Hero Bank, an anime adaptation of Sega's 3DS game. The game centers around Kaito, an elementary school boy who is suddenly burdened with 10 billion yen. That's a burden, all right.
In
In
debt,
debt.
in
Oh,
debt.
in debt one day. Oh, that is a burden.
That is a burden. We
We're
were
taking
saying
a
it. We were saying it ironically, but then it turns out it's
turn.
coincidentally.
I was expecting of an Eden of the East thing here. Uh, the only way he can pay off the debt is to master Hiroji.
Download
Download
it
it
off the
off the
net.
net and win matches in Hero Battle, a new generation of cybersport. The tagline of the game is "Change your money with justice." In
Oh,
short, gambling.
that does sound like a better tagline. Just so you know, change your
Gee,
money with justice.
it makes it sound. It's a lot nicer word than gambling.
I never heard of Hero Bank, and even if I did, I don't have a 3DS, so there's no intrigue for me.
I'm pretty sure that's never been brought to the states, and unless it has, I don't know. I'll run to GameStop one day and see if I could see it. Uh,
I guess we could take a quick look at some of these OVAs and movies, but so far they're just OVAs and stuff I haven't seen, mostly sequels.
like the only things I see in here that come to mind of relevancy is
Shingeki no
um,
Kyojin,
like Attack on Titan, Railgun, another
Uchimas.
Puchimas, that spin-off for Magi involving Sinbad as a kid getting all of his powers, and that's a one-shot. So that's
There's also
kind of
this one show
interesting.
called Yushibu, which has a very, very long title name. It came out last year. My friend was watching it. The only reason why I want to see that show is because there's a perverted old man, the anime, who bears a strong resemblance to, wait for it, Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, I never watched the show when it
I,
came out. I kind of regret
I,
not doing it now.
yeah, I just want to look for that one scene or that one anime. I can't fucking find it because, and I don't feel like sitting through this entire show because it is fucking, it is just another heavy-handed, edgy fan service anime. Let's see what else we got. Couple of stuff. Oh, we got movie 3 Rebellion. Didn't that already come out? Oh,
Uh, no, we finally get on DVD, so all those people who are tired of watching it in shaky cam footage can finally watch it on an actual disc.
no, wait. Isn't the? I thought Rebellion was the second movie.
No, this is the third one.
Oh,
Um,
well then what the fuck? It says it's the final movie in the Madoka trilogy.
yeah, it is.
Um, I I have to talk to you after this call. I can't say anything due to spoilers' sake. But hey, Persona movie.
Finally.
Yay! I hope it
Yay.
gets localized soon because that's something I'm hyped for because it is the year of Persona.
Yep. And besides that, I don't think I see anything else of relevancy.
Not just a picture of old man Joseph. That's pretty relevant.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, that's all we got. That's all we got to say. Like I said, mixed bag, but JoJo. I just want to talk about that. See anything else that caught my attention. What are you guys looking forward to this season? Post a comment below. Blah blah blah. Explain your reasons why. That's all I gotta say. Dark Scream 217 signing out.
Windsor, see you later.